Hello beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel. My name is Marianne and I will be doing a general reading for Libra. The theme for the reading today is around the harvest moon, which is occurring on September the 10th. The harvest moon, the history of the harvest moon is essentially that it was the brightest night in September that would allow farmers to harvest for a day. So they were able to harvest through into the night. Spiritually, the harvest moon is a time where the things that we manifested, wished for, our goals, our wishes that we vocalized to the universe in the spring and in the summer, we're going to start seeing that come into fruition of the harvest moon. I may use the terms he or she, they, them. Please pay that no mind. It is there is no gender. It's all energy. And always remember that readings are also fluid. So if this message found you or you found the message, know that there is something here for you. And as always, take what resonates with you and just leave the rest behind. I've already meditated on your cards, Libra, and cleared this space. So let us begin. We're going to open our space with the Elemental Oracle. And let's find out what energies Libra is in for the harvest moon. What energies are surrounding Libra? Energies for Libra, please. What does a Libra need to know? Energy for Libra. Energy for Libra, please. What does Libra need to know? There we go. I think that's it. Here we go. We have for you, Libra, clarity and growth. Okay. Okay. I forgot to take out a deck, but that's okay. Just take the Queen of the Moon Oracle and expand on clarity and growth. Okay, so we're going to pull out a card for clarity and growth. One card for clarity. Can you tell us a little bit more about mountain energy and clarity? We have purity and snow moon. And we have a long night moon darkness. Okay. See if we can get a little bit more on the growth here. Tell us a little bit about growth. Why is growth here for Libra? What does it have to do with the harvest moon? Will. Is there any other messages for Libra with growth as it relates to harvest moon? What does Libra need to know? Why is growth here? And we got attraction. Bridging energy, please. Let's get a bridging energy here for clarity. Snow moon and long night moon for purity. So, bridging energy, please. There we go. Ooh, time to give rather than take. Believe in the impossible. And then adjustments are required. That's the bridging energy for that pile. And then we'll get the bridging energy here for growth, attraction, and wealth as it relates to the harvest moon for Libra. Bridging energy, please. What do we have? We have, oh, lots, okay. Take time to breathe out. Nothing is yet set in stone. Look at the bigger picture and expect powerful change. Okay. So I find when I'm doing a collective reading, just so you're aware, that I tend to end up with two separate energies. Sometimes they merge into one, or it's a transition from one energy to the other. So I'll treat them separate for now, and then as we go along, we'll find out whether or not there's a connection between the two energies. So right now there's clarity in the mountain. I feel for some of you, you took the time for the spring and the summer to rest and kind of to get clear on your goals and your goals and your wishes. I feel like some of you may be looking at, long-term goals, like into retirement perhaps, or the next phase of your life journey or your life cycle. And you're taking that time to gain perspective. In this purity, I feel like you're trying to release old habits, old thoughts, old perceptions that may have hindered you in the past to move forward. And I feel, because there's a crispness in the air, and I don't want to say that it's cold, like it's a cold emotion or a cold energy. That's not what I'm getting, but it's fresh, it's new. I'm hearing like crispy snow, when the snow just lays down. If you live in parts of the world that it snows, when it's that fresh snow, and when you step in it has that crinkly sound to it. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm seeing, is like it's a fresh path for you. So this harvest moon that's coming is going to give you that opportunity to have a fresh path, a fresh start, right? Like your old path is, the path in front of you is cleared. Yeah. And this darkness energy here is just you going within. Some of you may have gone hermit over the spring in the spring and summer, or some of you have just really taken the time to meditate, or just travel within yourself. Perhaps you do that through yoga, through meditation, just sitting in stillness and silence, and you took that time to do that for yourself in the past few months. This energy of time to give rather than take, again, it's that darkness energy I feel. And because you went inward a little bit, you weren't very receptive energetically. Not that you were hoarding your energy to yourself. It's just I want to say it's time for you to give back yourself to the world, coming out of this hermit mode, or coming out of the darkness, right? And there still may be some hesitation because you don't know what to expect. And again, if you look, it's this snow environment, right? Like, I just feel that you may have a little bit of a hesitation because the path is clear, but yet there's still some uncertainty, right? There's still some uncertainty of what lies ahead of you. And of course, adjustments are required, meaning that perhaps you're going to need, to find a way to navigate through the darkness and into the light, right? How are you going to come out of that hesitation or those old world views that you've had of yourself or of certain situations that this believe in impossible energy is giving? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clarify the adjustments. Let's do this one. Let's use the Moon and Stars Tarot. Okay, I'm just checking, make sure they're all upright. Okay, let's see what the bridging energy here between these two cards. A time to give rather than take, and adjustments are required. What is that energy all about? Bridging energy for these two cards for Libra. What's the bridging energy for Libra with a time to give rather than take? Oh, look at that. Solitude. The Hermit. Then we got the Page of Swords and the Five of Wands. Yeah, so this is that solitude, that hermit energy that we talked about. Hermit energy. Where you've gone in, like, I mean, these two cards, the background is dark, right? It's nighttime. Well, I feel is nighttime, it's dark. And that's just that energy here of solitude and of the hermit. Again, you taking the time to meditate, to learn, to kind of go within yourself. And what you've done is you've actually educated yourself, right? Throughout this time. And what I mean by that is perhaps you read some self-help books, perhaps you're learning about meditation, or you're learning about personal growth, or learning about manifestation. You're taking the time to set your goals and how are you going to achieve them and how are you going to get them. And that's how you're doing it. And you did that on your own. You're doing that by yourself without any distraction, right? So that's why this hermit mode was very important for you at that time, Libra. Now that you're being called to come out of the hermit mode and stepping into this and you're being called to step out of hermit mode, it may be a little bit chaotic for you, because in that chaotic Five of Wands energy is not so much it's now you're starting. Okay, so you've gone so far as to purify your mind, right? You went in and you took the outside noise and left it outside. Now that you're coming out of hermit back, right, to watch what you've learned, to put what you're learning into action, that you're gonna get that outside noise again. And this chaos is really ego telling you telling you all about the perceptions that you used to have. So that's going to cause some chaos within you. Let's find out a little bit more of this Five of Wands energy for Libra. Why is the Five of Wands energy here for Libra? What does Libra need to know about the Five of Wands energy, please? Oh my goodness. What does Libra need to know about the Five of Wands energy? Two of Cups in reverse. Relationship. Tell us more about that Five of Cups. Five of Wands energy for Libra. Why is it here? What does Libra need to know about the Five of Cups? Oh, Jesus. Five of Wands energy. Oh, my apologies. Here we go. Queen of Cups. I feel like it's going to be emotional. And there's going to be a challenge here. And when I see the Two of Cups, the relationship is really with you. So this is this internal imbalance, if you can say, between what you've prepared, like what you taught yourself, what you learned in your teachings for yourself, and how you prepared for it to when you make them actionable, when you took the time to make those steps and now putting them into action. So you're getting that little bit of a hesitation here, and we talked about it, I believe, in the Purity card, where she's uncertain about what lies ahead, and that those thoughts, those preconceptions, those values, those beliefs that you were taught or you may have for yourself, there's going to be a battle, because now it's one thing to prepare, right? You prepare and you plan, and now you have to execute. And now with that execution, some of the old ways are creeping back in. So there's that, teeter-tottering of trying to balance that relationship with your inner world with your outer world. With the Queen of Cups energy here, again, emotion, and it's just really teaching you to just continue doing what you continue to learn, have empathy for yourself, and just really take the time to embrace the new. And just seeing with this Queen of Cups energy that she's, she's sitting stoic, and that's what I'm seeing for you. That if you can get through and past that two of Cup energy and move it from reverse, like once you start finding and balancing yourself and turning that reverse Two of Cups upright, you're going to have that outcome of that stoic persona, if you may, right? And then the Two of Cups here will then now be balanced. Right? So now they're balanced, they're stable. So now when we look at the growth energy, I think there is going to be a correlation between this pile here and growth. So when you were laying down, going inwards, taking rest from the world to sit in silence, you were preparing for this growth. And this is the stage that you move from when you come out of your hibernation, out of your hermit mode. Then that's when you'll start. Well, you've been growing in that, but it just takes a different formation and growth, right? You planted the seed. Now you're going to see the abundance. You're going to see what you reaped, right? It's going to start coming to you, and you're going to start seeing all of that. And then with the attraction and will card is you're staying strong with it. And again, this will, I don't know, but for me, it just still has this Queen of Cups energy, right? And you are attracting the things that you've wished for, what your goals were, what rest you were taking, whatever those thought processes that you were putting in through your mind and out into the universe. As you know, in the past few months, you're going to be attracting all of that back to you. Right? And this one again. And even though you're moving and making those, you're planning into actionable items or actionable steps, you're being reminded you need to go back every so often and take a breath. Otherwise, you're going to end up with bombarding your brain with all these outside noises. And I think that was here somewhere, right? It's a reminder to stay still and stay in solitude every so often and go back so that you can remove all the excess noise that you may be encountering or hearing. So then when you come back, you're coming back with a change. Each time you go to meditate and get away, so you take an action step, let's say, for example, you do your actionable item, you take a pause, right? You take a pause, you reflect, you think about it, you know, and then when you're ready to go out of hermit and go back into action mode, you're going to see a change in the way that you are manifesting, in the way that things are coming to you, in the way that things are being attracted to you, because you're willing it through rest. You're willing it through taking the time for yourself to breathe, right? Now, for some, who are taking baby steps into, stepping into it slowly, you're being reminded to say, hey, great that you're going slow. It's okay that you're having hesitations. It's okay, that, you may be fearful, but nothing is set in stone, right? Let's go with the ebb and flow of life. And don't forget to look at the bigger picture. What is the end goal for you? What was it that you were praying for, looking for, wanting to change in your life, right? It's easy to fall wayside. It's so easy to fall to the side. But keep in mind, keep the goal in mind, keep your wishes, your desires, the plans that you set, the plans that you put in place for yourself, and you're reminded to look at the bigger picture. Look at what's in front of you. I feel like you need to place this goal on a vision board of some sort, right? It's one thing to have the vision, but it's another thing to make them action. But if you have them on your vision board or on somewhere where a screensaver or a sticky note, whatever suits you, if you see it, you'll be reminded of what your goal is. So when you do fall to the side, where you start going into that Two of Cups in reverse energy, going into, you know, and getting into the chaotic and the chaos in the brain and in the mind, then you're asked again to just, you know, look at the bigger picture. And when you have it out in front of you, whether it be a sticky note or a Bristol board or an image on your screen, you'll be reminded of that. You'll be reminded that, hey, I've got a goal in mind and I'm going to make it come true because I'm planning it and I've been planning it for months, and now I'm going to make it actionable, right? And I'm being told that some of your plans may need to be refined, may need to be, you know, tuned a little bit for whatever reason, but that's okay. Just remember that nothing is set in stone. Go with the ebb and flow of life and continue to look at the big picture. Okay, Libra, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel and listening to your message to the end. I truly appreciate your energy. I hope something resonates with you today. If it does, please like or subscribe to the channel. Press the bell to be notified of my next reading. It not only lets you know of that, but it also lets me know that you've enjoyed the reading as much as I've enjoyed reading it for you. Take care of yourself and have yourself a wonderful day. Namaste.